the number one big thing that will be a big trend in coding in 2022 is, in my opinion, Swift packages. You know, modularity. When you are trying to code, you want to refactor your code in a modular way. So it is in separate places with its separate functionalities and all of that stuff. Well, with Swift packages, you can do that really, really easy. And the best part of it, it is reusable. So yeah, I think the best thing in 2022 in regards coding, that's the best trend, will be Swift packages. And today we are going to build our very own Swift package and we are going to test it out. So let's jump right into the code because yes, this will be a coding session. What I've done is just created a folder where we are going to create our Swift package, and then we are going to use our Swift package. So let's just jump into Xcode and let's create a new Xcode project right over here. And what I'm going to go build out is our test project first. So let's just select iOS app, click on next right over here, make sure that you select SWIFTUI. And what I'm going to do in my Swift package is a little bit of a padding helper in SWIFTUI. So I will just call this padding manager or whatever. This is just for testing purposes anyway. So padding with two of these right over here. Okay, and let's just padding manager use. So yeah, whatever you decide to make your use project. Okay, let's click on next right over here and let's go to our desktop and just go ahead and make sure that we create a Git repository on my Mac because yeah, maybe we want to save that to our GitHub account. Let's create that. And there we go. We have our use project created right over here. And what we are going to do is basically, let's just have here, let's see, a background color, and that would be maybe green. And then we have a padding, and then we have another background of maybe red. Let's see how this looks like. So I'm just going to select iPhone 13 and just build and run that. And we are going to have a little bit of fun with padding. And yeah, let's just move this right over here so we can see it much better. As you can see here, we have our padding. And yeah, this is kind of the go-to example for learning padding. So what we want to do is we want to have this padding of dot maybe vertical, and let's have it maybe 12, and then another padding of dot horizontal, and let's just have it like 9. And let's build and run again. Let's see how that looks like. Okay, so basically that's it. You can't really see the difference, but this is kind of 9 and 12 right over here. But this is 2 lines of code, and whenever we can have 1 line of code instead of 2 lines of code, we would want to have that preferably. So what we're going to do is create an extension for this view. So let's just have an extension right over here on the view itself. And we are going to create a function, and let's just call this padding. And we are going to have a horizontal padding, and CG float is what it expects. So CG float, and then also, well, let's just start off with the vertical. Why not? Vertical CG float, and that will return actually a view itself. And what this does is just grabs self and adds a padding. So dot padding vertical dot vertical, and we're just going to add our vertical right over there. And of course we're going to add also another padding dot horizontal, and we're going to grab that CG float from there. Hello, daily powerful daily affirmations. Hello there. So we are going to return some view because, yeah, we don't really know what type of view we are returning with all of these view modifiers right over there. And basically that's it. Now we can use this padding view modifier that we created. So let's just comment this out, and let's just use our new powerful padding. Oh, come on, padding. And now we can see that we have this inside the list. Really, really nice. No, you are not late. What's the trend? SWIFTUI? Yes, SWIFTUI is always a trend in my book, but the biggest trend is Swift packages. And today we are going to learn how to create a Swift package. That's because I really think that modularity is a really good thing. And in 2022, the biggest trend, I believe, will be Swift packages. So let's just learn about that. So we left off by adding this vertical. So let's just have 12 and horizontal 9. So it will have the same effect. Build and run. There we go. And now, instead of 2 lines, we have 1 line of code. Okay. Alessio, hello there. Hello. Let me know what do you think about Swift packages in the comments. Not the comments, sorry. In the if you are watching this after the live, do let me know in the comments. But now, because I'm here and I can interact with you, do let me know your ideas about the biggest trends in SwiftUI in iOS in 2022 in the chat. Okay, so now that we have this one-liner, how can we reuse this? And also, this is inside this file, so it's not that good. Maybe we want to move it into another file. That's really a good refactoring. But yeah, we're not going to do that because I want this to be accessible in all of my apps. So what better thing to do is to create a Swift package. So what we are going to do, let's just stop here, and under File, we are going to go New, and then a new package. There we go. Yeah, no more CocoaPods or cartridge. No more CocoaPods or cartridge. I do have a CocoaPods, like a really great video on how to install CocoaPods, and I believe I still have, like 2 years ago, I made a whole library, a whole playlist about CocoaPods, but no CocoaPods for me. Swift packages are much easier and much more fun to use, to be honest. And yeah, CocoaPods, updating them, it's kind of a nightmare. So yeah, do stay till the end of this video, or just jump around the chapters. I make sure that I'm going to link the chapters also, and take a look at how easy it is to use Swift packages. So now we are in the stage of creating a Swift package. Let's give it a name, and let's just have this as padding manager. Okay, that's a good, cool name. And I'm going to drop this into the create folder. Make sure that we create a Git repository on my Mac, because yeah, we are going to put it onto GitHub so we can access it. And basically what we need to do is just a little bit of cleanup. Let's just go into the tests right over here. Let's remove this test, because I'm also going to remove this padding manager file. Let's just basically delete this. We don't really need that. So let's move to trash. Okay. And it does need actually one file at least. So I'm going to create a new file, and I'm going to call this View Plus, because we are going to add an extension right over here, View Plus. Let's rename it View Plus also right over here. And what we need to do is just import SwiftUI for that. And let's just switch back to our extension that we have created right over here. And what I'm going to do is just copy all of this out. Let's just hit Command C and switch back right over here and just paste it in there. Let's hit Command B so we know that everything is okay. View is only available macOS. Yeah, so I just did select our macOS target. This will be iPhone only. Okay, so let's hit Command B. Of course, you can just select iOS's also. So View is only available on iOS or newer. So yeah, let's just add this attribute available. And I think that should fix that. Yes, everything is A-OK. By the way, if you don't want to add at available iOS 13, you can always limit the version, the minimum iOS version under the package. So I won't do that right over here. You can just set it after the name, the minimum iOS version. So yeah, it's available only right over here. Okay. So let's just see what we have here. Packages are source code based, not binary based. Yes, they are source code based. You could just add any type of code that you want to reuse right over here. We can also add like images and all of that stuff. I won't cover assets in this tutorial, but do let me know in the comments if you do want to see a tutorial on that. This will be just a simple Swift package. Okay, so let's just hit Command B. Let's see if everything built has succeeded. Really, really nice. So what we want to do next is actually upload this to a GitHub repository so we can just fetch it. Anyone with a link may fetch this. So let's just create a repository. We do have a local repository already, so let's create a new remote. And I'm just going to select Rebeloper, make it public, because then you won't be able to access it even yourself. And of course, you want to spread it to the world, yeah, others may be able to add it into their own projects. So now that we did create that, let's just commit. And let's just have this our first message. And I will check push to remote. And let's just commit these 3 files. So I did push all of this up. Let's just take a look at this on GitHub. So just check view GitHub right over there. There we go. We do have this padding manager. It's really, really straightforward. And yeah, it's already there. Now, what we want to do next is tag it. So when you are tagging a Swift package, you are setting kind of its version. So when we are downloading it into our app, we can download that specific tag or version. Okay, what we need to do is go ahead and right click on the main. Of course, you may just unfollow this, take a look at the branches, all of that stuff. But what we want to do is tag the main. And we should usually just go 0.0.1 because that's kind of, we are testing it, all of that stuff, we are building this out. Let's hit create right over there. And now the tag has been created, but this is still on our own local machine. So what we need to do is push that up. So we just go source control, push, and let's include the tags. This is really, really important. Now let's push that out. And we are live. So basically that's it. Now let's take a look at the other project and let's see how we can access or just download that Swift package. What I'm going to do first is just remove this code basically. So let's see if we can just hit command /, there we go, and also on this part. Okay, so let's select our project right over there, then package dependencies, and here we have a plus. So this is where we are going to add all of our packages. Now, when you are first adding a new package, you won't see it right over here on inside your list, but this is what you have to do. So just go to that package, and just go code and copy out the HTTPS link right over there. Great. Now just go back, and here you can see search or enter package URL. We're going to enter a package URL and it says github.com/rebeloper/paddingmanager.git. This is what we want to have. And as you can see, we have up to next major version. You can just select minor version, range, exact version. I'm just going to go up to next major version, which means from 001 till 100 not included. So that is what we need right over here. So let's add a package. I'm going to update the tag. Don't worry, I'm going to go through all of the most used cases so you know how all of this works. So let's add that package, and we are there. We have it. Let's take a look at it. Here we have our sources, padding manager, and we have our view plus. Really, really nice. So how do we use it? Actually, let's just go into the content view and let's import our package. So just go import and then padding manager. There we go. And now we should be able to use this padding with the vertical and horizontal, but we will not be able. Let's just see if I just type out padding. You see, it's nowhere to be found. Why is that? Well, that's because we haven't enabled access. We didn't make it public. So let's just go back to our package and take a look at our code a little bit closer. You see, we just created this function, this extension, and by default, if we didn't add anything before the extension or the function, they are internal, which means that they are only available in this bundle. The bundle, of course, is our package. So by default, it's internal for the bundle and it's not available on the project that we added this package there. So what do we need to do? Well, actually, all we need to do is make it public. So public, there we go. Let's hit Command B. Build has succeeded. We made a change. So now we need to update our project. Hey, Alex from Russia with love. Hello there, welcome. Let me know what you think about the newest trend in coding as of 2022. I do think Swift packages are going to be a big trend in 2022. So now that we made this public, we can just go right over here under repositories and then source control, commit this, and let's just make it public. Whatever message you see fit right over there, make sure that you did check that in. As you can see, now we have a newer version. So let's tag that main again. And of course, we want to bump the version number up. Okay, so that's 0.0.2. Finally, we want to push that include tags and push. Okay, so this seems really, really fast if you are doing it for the first time. Believe me, I've been doing this quite a lot of time and you will get accustomed to it. So now we want to update to the latest package version. So go to File, Packages, and update to latest package version on your Xcode project that you want to use this on. And as you can see, instantly it just updated it. Now let's check it out. Can we have access to that padding? Yes, we do. So padding, vertical, let's just go 12, horizontal 9. And let's build and run. Let's see that the build succeeded. There we go. Really, really nice. Now you might be wondering, why didn't we actually set also the function to be public? Well, with extensions or structs or classes, if you just have the extension as public, all of its items, functions, properties will also be declared as public. So that's why you want to have only on the top right over there. Of course, you may set this to private, therefore it won't be accessible. In some cases, you do want to do that, so users will not be able to access certain parts of your code, but again, they will be able to read it, but will not be able to access it. So that's why you need to have public right over there. And basically that's it. I do think that Swift packages are going to be a huge thing in 2022. And if you do want to add in-app purchases into your applications, go ahead and check out this video right over here, where I teach everything you need to know about in-app purchases in iOS, macOS, watchOS, even tvOS, if Apple resolves their issues with their latest StoreKit problems.